And this is what she told me, and this is what I want to say to you guys, because after she told me this, everything changed in my opinion. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be talking about friends and friendships and the different kinds of friendships that you will come across in your life. And the one thing that someone told me that really stuck with me, and it's something that I wanted to impart to you guys as well. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. So a little disclaimer before we get into the video. This is a very personal video. It does include a lot of my experiences and it's my opinions. So if you're not into that, it's okay, skip the video. I'll have a new video next week up which can help you better. So yes, before we get into what I actually wanted to impart in the video, I wanted to give a little bit of a backstory to me and to my views on friendship and the kind of friends that I've had over the years. Now, growing up, it was really hard to make friends. It was really hard to make friends because I would have my childhood friends, these two boys that my dad's best friend's sons, and we would meet every single week, and it's like since we were babies, like literally came out of the womb and we were, friends. So I would meet them, and I would have two other friends, two other boys as well, who were my mom's friends' sons, who were in my school, and I would hang out with them, play with them, and just be okay with it. But I never was able to make girlfriends. It was incredibly hard to make girlfriends growing up because I was a very rough and tough kind of a kid. Like I was like running into the mud, kind of a fight me right now kind of a girl. So making friends at that age was very hard. So I was very alone actually for a big part of my childhood. I had a couple of friends, but some of them left and some of them changed, and I was like, okay, what am I going to do now? And I didn't make my first real good friend, like my best friend, until 8th grade. And she's been mentioned in a couple of other videos as well in Love Lesson Week. If you haven't checked that out, info link, a little promo for myself. But anyway, so I made a best friend in 8th grade. Okay, great, loving it. And then we made a group and we had a lot of fun. But even then I had this sort of territorial kind of a viewpoint on friendship. I was like, no, she's my best friend only, not your best friend. I can be by her side and all that stuff. So it's a very territorial opinion on friends. And not saying that's changed, I'm just saying it's just toned down lightly, but I'm not as intense as I was back then. So yes, I've got great friends, amazing. I had to move. Heartbreaking, very heartbreaking. And I came to my new school, and I remember I was trying to make friends, and I made a friend. I thought, great, I got a good friend. I found out she was, talking behind my back or spreading kind of weird rumors about me, which I was like, okay, no thank you, that's not what I need, bye. Conveniently in the same grade, it was because it was just a very small number of us, I met Ritika, who is one of my closest friends right now. And she and I got along very well, and we had another friend as well who we got along with very well. So again, I have a good group of friends, amazing. It took me a while to get that group of friends. It's a little bit of my fault as well, purely because I was just holding on to something that I left behind. I was like, no, they are my best friends. They are, the term best friend, like keeping it to my friend back in India. Fast forward, okay, great. My little group, one of them had to go abroad. Okay, fine, that was again heartbreaking. But I was like, you know what, it's fine, we'll work it out and stuff like that. And Ritika ended up coming to the university near me, so we both, our friendship kind of strengthened at that point. I'm the kind of person that I'm not your ride or die kind of a chick. I'm not that kind of a person. If you're wrong, you're just wrong, plain and simple. I'm not that kind of a person to be like, all right, I'll support you, great. I'm not going to say a word against you. Not really, not my type. And I'm also the kind of person that if my trust is broken once, it's incredibly hard to get back. To this point, there's only one person in my life that my trust has been broken with that person and has been repaired back, and that's Ritika, which I will get into quite later on. Actually, not in detail. I'm not going to get into much detail of it, but at this point in when we entered college, my best friend title went to Ritika, and we were like attached to the hip, Every single day we would spend with each other, and we would talk to each other if we're not with each other every single day, and it was fun. I'm not gonna lie, it was a great time, and our bond strengthened, and it was amazing. But there was a codependency from my side, at least. She was my safe space. What happened over time is my idea of friendship was like, you have to do everything together, you have to be together every single time, you have to have the same opinions, your emotions should be in the same wavelength. I literally was thinking of friendship as someone other than me, like a clone of myself pretty much. And that's not right. Which is where I had a huge kind of a falling out with Ritika. It was a fight. Huge fight. Okay, it is still one of the biggest fights that I've had with someone in my entire life. Which is when, we both decided to repair our friendship from the ground up, and that took a very, very long time. And I love her, like, she is like amazing. I love her to death. But at that point, I just couldn't stand to be around her a long time, because I was like, you broke my trust in me. And the thing about how we went about it also was that she acknowledged it, and she was like, you know what, I'm gonna work for our friendship, and I want you to work for it as well. And I thought, okay, fine, I'll also work for this friendship because it's really important. Now, in that phase of, I was hanging out with my college friends a lot, and then I was trying to fix my relationship with Ritika at that time. I went to the therapist in our college because I was feeling out of place. I didn't feel at home with Ritika yet, and I didn't feel at home with my college friends. I was very out of place. And I went to the therapist, and I told her this whole story, and I gave her the entire rundown of what happened. And I was just ranting at that point, because I was like, I thought best friends are supposed to be, with you through everything. Every single thing. Your best friend has to be there with you. Which is when that therapist, she looked me in the eye and she said, that's not right. That's not true. And this is what she told me. And this is what I want to say to you guys, because after she told me this, everything changed in my opinion. She was saying that you can be best friends with someone and still go through different journeys. Okay, now stay with me on this. It might sound really obvious, but when you are in that kind of moment, it does not sound obvious at all. She told me that she has a best friend for, I think, many years, like decades or something at that point. And she said she is still one of my closest friends. But as we grew up, I started a family. I have different priorities than her. So though she is my best friend and though I love her, we might not meet all the time. We might not get along a lot of the times, because we have different priorities. We are going through different journeys in life. That's what's happening to you. You need to accept that you are on a different journey, and then your friend is on a different journey, and you need to just come to a convergent point. And it's okay if you're feeling a little bit distant. It happens, because as you grow older, you will still have the same love for your friends. You will still have the same kind of love, but it'll be different. Does not mean that you love this person more or you love that person more. It just means that the love is different. And that's when I realized love is very different. Because I was thinking, I would always say, I have to come first. I have to be someone's first choice, especially with my friends. But then I realized, as you grow older, you're not going to be the first choice for your best friend, because they'll have different priorities, they'll have a different relationship, they will have a family, they will have a lot of other things, and you might not be the first priority, and you need to be okay with that. That was a very hard pill to swallow, by the way, a very, very hard pill to swallow. So when she told me that, I remember thinking, oh my God, she's right. She's on a different journey and I'm on a different journey, which is why it's probably really hard for us, because we both were so attached to the hip. Both of us just always together, and we just always loved each other's companies, and now everything's changing and we didn't know how to adapt to that. And after that, I made a very strong kind of a decision that, you know what, I'm going to work on this friendship and I am going to just accept whatever it throws at my face, pretty much. And now we are better than ever. We are thriving in our own ways, and not saying that we are on similar journeys. No, we're not. Even now, I still feel a little bit left out, and she understands why I feel left out. But it's the kind of thing that you know that they're there forever. So going back to the types of friends, is the biggest thing I learned is you will have many types of people that you love in your life. That doesn't mean you love any of them any less. You just love them all differently. Okay, so this is the point that I wanted to kind of put out there in the video. And this is just to kind of, if there's anyone out there that's like me and you felt really lonely at times where you thought, you know, the person that you gave everything to, in terms of friendship, I'm not talking about in terms of love, but in terms of friendship, you gave them everything and you didn't feel that, just know that, you know, life changes, your priorities change, your love also can change, but that doesn't mean that there isn't love. Okay, so that's all I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's just one point that I wanted to mention, and that's that, with a personal experience as well. If you enjoyed the video, please like it and subscribe to my channel down below, and click the notification bell right next to it so you get notified every single time I upload a video, which is on Saturdays. So I hope you keep loving yourself and choosing yourself every single day, and I will see you guys in my next video.